Okay, this is for Phil Heinze. He's asking for pictures. So this is the underside of the Trans Am, 1984, with a stroker small block Chevy, 385 cubic inches, and all fuel injected, with a 1994-ish transmission. It's a T56 6-speed manual transmission that's mounted in there, with a Hooker long tube headers dropping down here. And this is a custom manufactured Y pipe that I had to create to make it fit. SPD is from a friend of mine, Andres Sculta, who created this custom cross member here so that we could actually drop the pipes up and tuck them right nice and neat up against the bottom of the car and sandwich it between that T56 transmission. And there is about an 1/8 of an inch or less gap that we fit in there. And then after that, it's been tucked upwards to hug the transmission tunnel, and it then is attached to this here custom cross member, which I had to cut and channel into the car itself. So it is tied to the subframe connectors here, goes up into the passenger compartment, and then is then perimeter welded right along the floorboards to give the floor a nice strength. And after that, it's triangulated into the transmission tunnel. Because of the fact that this here cross member is part of what is called a decoupled torque arm assembly from Unbalanced Engineering. It's designed for a 1993 on up Firebird and Camaro, but for road racing. But I retrofitted it into the 1984 chassis, and that's the chrome moly drive shaft you see there. That's capable of 1,000 foot-pounds or something like that. And then this is that 3.5-inch exhaust system tucked right up tight to the bottom side of the car. The Spicer 1350 series U-joints are also good for that kind of power and the torque. And it's tied right into there into a Moser 12-bolt rear end that's nice big gears, nearly 9 inches across on the gear set. And actually, those are my original sway bars for this car, a WS6 Trans Am. And then everything else is all tubular steel, and it's all pretty cool. So I thought I'd show that to you. And now this torque arm here, the reason why I use it is you can see that red sliding link up there. That right there is used when the car goes into full braking. This torque arm is kind of like a slapper bar or a third link. It will decouple and drop downwards, and then the force vectors will then go through that sliding link there, so that it keeps the rear axle from rotating, and actually will give you an instant center in the car, which is a term meaning where the effective center of gravity is in the car, will actually move forward to the front tires all the way across, if you did all the dimensions and everything. But under full throttle, under acceleration, then it's this here slapper bar, or this here third link, that applies the force vector upwards, right at this here plate, you see. And that gives you about a 20 or about a 30-inch long torque arm, which is a lot shorter, about half the length of the original torque arm. So you get your instant center slides backwards to give you maximum traction onto the tires when you're hard on the throttle. And with 425 rear wheel horsepower, so it hooks pretty well, except when conditions are a bit on the wet side. Then you can break them loose in third gear and at 80 mile an hour, and it gets kind of dicey. But I don't do that very often. Anyways, that's the bottom of the car, and that's where we are as of March 2nd, 2014. As we put the car back together, it's been down for about 4 years, and we're hoping to get it out this spring to do some autocrossing. My daughter's 15 and she's going to be 16 this year, and she's looking forward to her driver's license. So I figured I'd take her out and do some STC autocrossing with her here with this here Firebird Trans Am. So there you go, Phil. Pictures.